give our honor and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem Wadash. Say Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahushai, Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahushai, Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahushai, Bahashem Wadash. And we give double honors to our apostles and our elders, which are the apostle elders, a great millstone, which feed us with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai. 2025, which is the hopeful year of our deliverance and the destruction and the judgment of Esau. Let's jump into this lesson. We got the big news on the news of the talk of the town is that Nate and his Kenya situation, you know, which is more proof of a child being willful. That's really what Nate is being, is he's being willful concerning this gospel. You know, this gospel is already been planned out. It's already been set in stone. We're living through it. That's why prophecy is to say before. All right. Everybody that is meant to come into this truth is going to find this truth. Okay. That's why the Lord said, you have not chosen me, I've chosen you. So the Lord has chosen the elect and has moved the elect where he wants them. Because I'm going to tell you like this, me being somebody that was from another land, all right, and coming to this place, I was brought to this place. And I know it now in hindsight. I didn't come here by my own will and my own choice. I was brought here, okay? So you don't have to go to Kenya and or the different places to try to do your own thing and to try to will people into this truth. Because the Lord is brought. Why do you think the migrant crisis has happened? Why do you think all those migrants came here under Biden? That wasn't the men's goings of the Lord. The heart of the king is in the hands of the Lord. He moved it so how he willed. So he made those migrants come here because guess what? Some of those are the elect, and then some of those are for judgment. Those cartels, those guys that have done heinous things, they here in Babylon, and they won't be caught. They won't be deported. They're going to be here in the time of Jacob's trouble. They're going to be caught up. They're going to be put to death, or some are going to be delivered, man. So this thing is already planned. Our steps are already laid before us, man. All right. So Yahweh Shai has given us the mindset on to come here. And then we have the unicorn. The unicorn that says it's strong. You ain't supposed to come in here in your own mind and, yeah, I'm going to try to do this. No, the unicorn. That's why the Lord gave the internet to Esau, so we could use it in the time that we needed it. The same thing in the time where the Lord was cursing Egypt. It says that it didn't come by our cattle. It didn't touch the places that we were at. Why is that? Because the Lord made a way for us, man. So these curses, these blessings are detailed. They're specific. They're precise. There is no missing when it comes to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. So the mindset is, you ain't, hey, Shalom, my brother. Hey, good to see you, bro. But the mindset is, you know, and the brothers can attest to that, man. Nate's been off for a long time. I seen an interview he was doing, man. The dude looked fucking, he looked fucked up, bro. And that's now brothers are coming and bringing it out that IUIC has that Sadducees and Pharisees spirit on them. They don't have the spirit of Yahweh Shai. They don't love, because they're pushing their own will of the law, but they're not attesting to why did we get our identity back. The law did not give us our identity back. I will repeat, the law of Moses, the Torah, did not give us our identity back. Jake, who gave us our identity? Why do we have the knowledge, wisdom of who we are as a nation? Because Yahweh Shai sacrificed. So the law, you putting the cart before the horse, man. And I'm going to say it, you putting the cart before the horse. Yahweh Shai is the reason we have the testimony. Yahweh Shai is the reason we have the gospel to be able to push through the four corners of the planet Earth. It's not the law. Esau does the law on a small, on a micro, on a macro level. He does the law. These so-called Talmudic, these small hats, they do the law, but it's on their own will. So the law is not, the law ain't says all be all, man. Hey, shalom, brothers. Hey, yep, Khan, that's it. The time is now is that the law is not what is bringing us to the throne. How do we approach the throne of Yahweh Shai boldly? How do we approach the throne of Yahweh boldly? Through his son. Yahweh Shai is the only reason we have the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding we've been given today, and the pastors according to Yahweh's heart, man. There's no reason that you should be in this truth under the law. The law is beautiful. Don't get it twisted. The law is what separates us from these nations, but the law is not why we have our identity back. That you can go and say that you're Israelite. You can put fringes on. You can, who's the king? All that madness that these guys are doing. They're not realizing that the only reason you have it is because the man that went on that cross, the brother, our heavenly brother, our king, Yahweh Shai is the reason we have the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. It's not through the law. The law is a schoolmaster to bring us to Yahweh Shai. That's what the scriptures say. It don't say that the law is what's gonna save us. No, the law is a schoolmaster. It's a guideline. But the main thing is sacrifice. That's why we had a sacrificial offering in the wilderness. Was for the Lord to bring us and to groom us for the coming of His Son. He's saying, "Look, I'm gonna only accept a sacrifice for your sins. I'm gonna let you do the goats. I'm gonna let you do the doves. I'm gonna let you do all that so you could be acclimated to you have to sacrifice something." And I say this in the spirit. I've always tried to bring this out. Is that guess what? The sacrifice was always done by the priest, right? Was not the Sadducees and Pharisees sitting in the seat of Moses, and then you have the Levitical priest line, and they were the one to bring it to the Romans, and Esau, which were the Edomites, and Esau's name go back to Cain, and Cain's name is Kwayan. So to kill the lamb, the priests used Kwayan, Romans, to kill the lamb and sacrifice it. So it's a heavy thing just to think about it on that level, that the Lord was set up perfectly to come and to give us that sacrifice so we could have that repentance, but always know that Yahweh Shai was the catalyst to that, man. Look that word up. He was the trigger to the bomb. He was the fuse that was lit. Now we all have that priesthood, that, what does it say, after the order of Melchizedek. Now we all can taste of that future to come, man. And Jake, I'm telling you, man, shit's about to go down, man. The stock market is damn near about to crash. The futures traded, I think, $2-something trillion behind. You got all these things taking place. U.S. is trying to strike Iran. All these things are warnings to us. Nate and them ain't gonna be jet setting. What if they shut Babylon? It says, 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, it says that they shall what? You shall not be able to go into a city. So if you won't be able to go into a city, how you gonna save Jake? How are you gonna so-called seal the elect, but Jacob's trouble is enacted, man? So that's not how the Lord set it up. If He knew that we were gonna be limited to the way we could move around, how would He depend the kingdom of heaven and the gospel being preached to a certain people and certain men that wouldn't be able to move around because there's more danger than safety? So it don't make sense. The Lord gave us the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and gave the internet. That's why the world has why do you think even the what is Elon Musk satellite? I don't know what the hell it's called. The whatever satellite he put up, but now remote places can get access to the internet, and it takes a moment. I got found from the internet. I found the truth on the internet. I'm gonna be a proof. I found the truth on the A, man. Look at that. That's beautiful, man. Hey, call hello, Yabashim Shava Dash. Beautiful little sunset, man. Or coming to the sunset. Hold on. But the time we at now is that, get your minds in order, man. Get your mind right. Get your knowledge, wisdom, and understanding on the right track. Let me see if there's any brothers with comments on here. But let me see if I can get a precept. 1 second. Give me 1 second. Let me get my script. I got my danger script. I got my scripts in the glove box. Hold on, Salaki. Hold on. Okay, Khan. This is the book of Ecclesiastes. Hey, and that's crazy. That's quite a lot. Ecclesiastes 11 or 9 in verse 11, it says, and I returned. It says, I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift. See, it says, nor the battle to the strong, neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to men of understanding, nor yet favor to men of skill, but time and chance happeneth to all. So we all have the opportunity at one time because we were all doing our thing. We were all under our own movements. We all did whatever was in our minds to do. But the main point is to get the riches of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. You've been chosen. Okay. And it says, for man, for man also knoweth not his time, as fishes that are taken in an evil net, and as the birds that are caught in the snare, so are the sons of men snared in an evil time. And that's Jacob's trouble. You're going to have Jacob's trouble that's going to catch Jake unawares, man. A lot of Jake is not prepared for what's coming down the pike. This man is getting ready to bring evil on the planet Earth through Yahweh's blessing, man. Through Yahweh Shem Yahweh's blessing. So our mentality is to watch these times and be prepared. And it says, for man also knoweth not his time, as fishes that are taken in an evil net, and as the sons of men snared in an evil time, when falleth suddenly upon them. It says, this wisdom have I seen also under the sun, and it seemed great unto me. There was a little city and few men. That's it on that. The main point is that the time we come into is that we don't have to do our own thing and be willful, because Yahweh Shem Yahshua is playing this to a T. Everything is set. The knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, the truth that's been given, all these things that Yahweh Shem Yahshua has given to us. America, a lot of the elect will come out of America. It will not come out of these other places, because the Lord has already migrated his chosen to Babylon, man. This has been an ongoing thing since your childhood, since you was a baby, since you was a child. All these have been, I'm going to tell you, I found the truth through the internet, and I'm foreign. So I wasn't born here. So how did I came into the truth? I didn't come into the truth. Somebody didn't go to Africa and get me and bring me here, or go tell me there. I understand there might be elect there. There might be a small amount of elect around the world. I'm not negating that. But the main point is that that's not where our labor is, to pray to Yahweh Shem Yahshua and to trust on him, not our own works, man. Not our own works, because Yahweh Shem Yahshua has already planned this out. It's not our work. We've entered into men's labors, and the main labor is Yahweh. This is his magnum opus. This is his great work. So understand it. Don't do your own thing, man. IUIC, they're doing their own thing. They've been found to be liars. They've been found to be they're not right, man. Something's not going on. Something's not right, man. We gonna call it as it is and follow our apostles and elders, that have known that man personally. None of us have known him. The guys that follow Nate, they don't know him. The apostles and elders know that man personally, know his lineage, know his family. They talk about, and then on top of that, Nate has never apologized for the Cornelius Council. His followers don't even know that he's teaching something that he condemned the apostles and elders for. But he won't apologize. That's integrity right there. If you have integrity, you're not gonna live with that. That's living. Imagine living with that in your fucking gut, man. You kick somebody out. Now you teaching what you kicked that man out for. And I said that'd be the first word I said to Nate. If I ever met Nate in real life, I would say, why haven't you apologized to the apostles and elders for the Cornelius Council? Aren't you teaching Cornelius as an Israelite? Why did you not apologize to those men or tell your congregation that you helped kick those men out for teaching something that you teach now? That would be my first words, and I leave it at that. We wouldn't have to go to anything else. But he's pushing hell. He's all these doctrines that he's pushing, and he's a cult personality. That's what he's making himself, an occult personality. He thinks he's He's the Messiah. He's sealing Jake. You're not sealing. We're not doing shit. The Lord sealeth the elect. We don't do nothing, man. Just like a sower that throws seed into the land. Do you grow a tree? Do you grow a plant? You don't know the workings of growing. The Lord does this work. The Most High loves work. He loves creation. That's what he does. That's what he is, man. Our job is just to enjoy it, man, and be thankful, Jake. I'm gonna close on this. Is just, and I've experienced today certain things that have showed me every move that I made today has been a clearing of bullshit that have been on my mind, and I know it's the Lord, man, because certain people were in certain spots, certain things happened that I needed to get because the Most High knows us better than you know yourself. So us speaking to you guys and telling you, Jakes, tighten up, man. Something's getting ready to happen. Something big is getting ready to happen, and you might not have these internet access, you might not have these videos, and I hope that Jake has been taking it serious, man. I said from a heartfelt, the Lord is working in my life. I don't want to give you my personal details. That's not what the internet is for, but I'm telling you, man, the Lord did today, like it was every spot that I went, every move that I made, everything, man. I even cast lots. I even cast a lot on something, and it landed on the lot, and I needed to be there, man. So your moves are calculated. Your steps are ordered, man. So understand that, man. I do mean to be serious. I do mean to be hella serious. Jake, get your relationship with Yahweh Shem Yahshua, man. Time's running out. Time's running out, Jake. Time's running out. I don't know how else to say it. If you bullshitting, IUIC members and all those that find these videos and find these lessons, because they were all watching the apostles and elders. They are. The MOTB is coming. The financial crisis is getting ready to happen to Babylon the Great. My man, the water for the precepts, Akim. I was waiting on you. I didn't want to close it without no precepts. This is Shalom 144K. This is Isaiah 33 and verse 6. It says, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time, and strength of salvation, the fear of the Lord is his treasure." We've been blessed. What the Revelation say? Thou art rich. The fear of the Lord is his treasure and his love. He loves to give us that fear, because guess what? It's not in no avail, man. The Most High is love. He doesn't have love. He doesn't have to go get love. He is love. Love is what he is, man. So that's the power that we serve. What do you think beat us? It says, he that he loveth, he chastises. So he loves us by putting us in slavery. To show us how much he loves us is the atrocities that we went through. And it says, this is Jeremiah 48 and verse 10 from 144K. Shalom, bro. Jeremiah 48 and 10, it says, "Cursed be he that doeth the works of the Lord deceitfully." Shit. That's a curse, man. That's why the Lord told the Sadducees and Pharisees, the wicked ones, he said, you're going to see me come with the thousands of angels. You're going to die in your sins. You're going to die in your iniquity, man. Because I'm not going to save you. I'm going to save my elect. I'm going to save my bride. This is the bride. This is Yahweh's wedding day, man. What it say? That meet me at the altar. That spirit. That's what he coming. This. You don't think the Yahweh wants his bride, man? She been getting ready. It says the bride have made herself ready. She's get this truth has adorned us. This is our apparel. When you see a woman, you might like her, but when she's on her wedding day, oh, she's decked out. She looks good. She's form fitting. Her hair's done up. Her makeup's on. She got the jewels on. She's shining. She's smelling good. You lust. Yahweh's lusting for his wife, man. He wants his wife. He wants his bride, man. What did the Lord tell Adam? It says it's not good for men to dwell alone. I'm going to give it to you like that for my man out there to know what I mean. When you see your woman looking good, that's something it does to you, man. It does something to you. So Yahweh seeing, and the bride is the elect. That's making themselves ready. We studying, Lord will not be a part of that number of brothers, apostles that do lessons daily, man. Daily. Knocking at the Lord's door daily. You got some more for me? That's gotta feel good, man. And we saying the Lord's name, we professing it, we're exalting that name in the earth now. It's everywhere. You got rap stars, basketball stars, all these guys that have sold out to Esau and got millions of dollars. They want to be like us. They want to be on the corner. They want to push that they're Israelites now. But that's just a segue. So like, yeah, that I digress. But in righteousness though, it says, "Cursed be he that doeth the works of the Lord deceitfully, and cursed be he that keepeth back his sword from blood." Don't hesitate, man. Jake, we at war, man. Esau has declared war on us, and he's coming. He's coming. I'm not fear. Of course, I don't got a rocket, a plane. I don't got guns. I don't like guns. But I'm gonna tell you, the Lord gonna do something. Like I heard a saying today, and I'm gonna tell you, Akim, because it was so heavy. And I'm gonna end it on this: is that David did not talk about how big Goliath was. He only talked about how great the Lord was. It cut me. When David fought Goliath, he didn't talk about how big David was and how strong. Or when David fought Goliath, David did not talk about how big and strong Goliath. What was Jake doing? Jake was talking about how big he was. That's why they were scared. No man wanted to approach Goliath. But David knew how great his power was, man. So understand how great our power is. We don't need rockets, guns, tanks, submarines. The Lord is getting ready to do something that creation has not seen, man. He said, "I will make the creature my weapon," and then I hope I can really sit on that, man. It's a heavy statement. I'm gonna dwell on it all day. I'm gonna meditate on it. But I'm gonna end it there. Shalom, brother. Let me get Virgin Island straight gate. Shalom, this is Acts 14:22, and it says, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of Yahweh. Man, that's it. Hey, so with that, I say, call halal Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachak Wadash. Until next time, I say shalom, and more now to never keep faith. The water for coming by. Lord willing, is that a fine lesson. Till next time.